we're about to possibly start a fire.
Well, we got a fire extinguisher right there.
I mean, I feel safe. Hunter said it's safe, so we're good. God damn, that's a lot of fuel. All right, so basically today, the guys over at Stainless Diesel are working on a project for a top feed ISB style body. So it's a pretty cool piece. They sent us this. We basically robbed all of our parts out of our injectors. So shims, springs, intermediate plate, and everything inside the injector is going to be brand new from us. We're making them nozzles per their custom angle, per their custom size. So Hunter's been working on that for a couple hours now. This is the first time that we've ever done these, so learning just a little bit. It's basically going to be our 200 horsepower nozzle. This is for like the street friendly trucks. So we're going to send him a set of these, and then he's requested another size that's much, much bigger. So those will be waiting until I get more bodies. But Hunter, how are these working out right now? Are you pop testing and everything turned out okay?
Yeah, everything's going pretty good actually.
And so this thing's actually set up, I can pop it?
Yes.
There's not a lot of resistance. No, it's loose. It's loosey. He's got two of them, but since I told him the wrong opening pressure, he's gonna have to reset them anyways. But yeah, that's it. Way to go, Stainless Diesel. And then over yonder on the EDM, as Brian's walking away. So basically, we've got a customer that sent us a John Deere nozzle, and it's pretty unique. So that nozzle's 7 holes. It's for a John Deere 225 horsepower motor. Measured 43 liters per minute. It was like 7 by 10. 225 horsepower was stock. What we have to do is we've got to take this nozzle, reverse engineer it by measuring all of the spray angles in the holes, which we've done that. We've been, like I say, we've been working on it for hours. It is currently 9:20, and it's not exactly perfectly correct yet. So I'm imagining that we're going to be burning probably good parts within the next 45 minutes. We've just made one part, but we had one hole that was kind of like out to lunch. So Brian's measuring things right now. We'll go sneak up on him. Oh, Brian. That is the OG Bosch part right there?
No,
that's the one that you made? Yeah. And you got one of them that's out to lunch, you said? 13 thou high?
It's 13 thou low.
13 thou low.
Yeah.
That's your only one you got to tweak?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Nice work, dude.
Thanks.
Since we're trying to make almost 3 times the power of stock, there's 7 holes, which is a lot of holes. We don't need to go up very, very much on hole size because there is so many of them. But he used 11.5 thou wire. I'll go measure it for you just in a second, but it's going to be, we're thinking that target is going to be about 13.5 thousandths. And inside, so like I said, this is first part, and he's got this one here that is way too close to the injector body. And then once he drops that down and gets it where it needs to be, probably have to move, well, we'll see what it looks like, but we're probably going to end up moving this hole over just a little bit. So this is a scrap piece. You're not going to get this as a consumer, but these are the things that we have to do whenever we start making brand new parts. So for all you John Deere guys out there that have this same motor, once we get through this, it's pretty cool. So that's 69 liters per minute. You mind if I have some AFM shoved through this thing real quick?
Yeah, it's going in the garbage. So.
Yeah. So, like Brian just said, this one's going in the trash anyway, so since we're throwing this away, I'm going to have him run it.
What do you got there? Big one?
It's a John Deere. It's not that big. It's only about 13 and a half. That's a John Deere part that we've never ran before. So can you please run this at that PSI for about 15 seconds, see what happens. So the next step, once he gets all the holes straight, once we know where the baseline of them actually is, because even though the holes are the same diameter, when he moves that hole, that's going to change how much that flows anyways by a little bit. We're going to make probably 10. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna bring all 10 of those over here to Pat, and the first 1 or 2, they're not gonna turn out perfect either. So this, we're gonna shove how much PSI?
1100.
Gonna shove 1100 PSI through it, which will be soft. It won't be enough, but I'm gonna have him run it for about 15 seconds just to see how quickly it goes from that 68, 69 liters up to, I'm guessing it's gonna make 75, 77. Thank you. Well, the target for this was 13.5 thou, and that's 13.5 thou. So we got really, really, really lucky on our first wire choice because we got the hole exactly where we wanted it. All right, so basically, we have to have space in between all those holes. We need at least 4/1000ths of 1 inch between every one of those holes. So not only do we got to move that hole down, but these holes here are probably gonna have to come this direction to give us more real estate between holes. So I'm gonna let him, he's burning one right now, and he's gonna be disappointed because what he did is he moved that up. Hey, you wanna fight me?
Huh?
Wanna fight me?
Fight you?
I think we're gonna, instead of bringing that one down, I think we're gonna have to bring them all.
Can't.
Have to.
Yeah.
There's no room, they don't fit. We'll cut and go to a commercial break right now. It's theoretical that we could decrease this wire diameter just a scunch, and then I could AFM it harder, because that was only 15 seconds and it kind of at 1100.
Coming right up.
Okay, so we got, Brian just used 11.5 thou wire, and as fast as the AFM turned the other nozzle into gross, we're gonna back it down to an 11 thou 2/10 wire, but he did fix some stuff. So like I said, we want at least 4/1000ths between all those holes. And this is on an elliptical pattern, so the injector sits in the cylinder head at an angle, and we're having to make up for all that to get the spray pattern flat in the bowl in the sack. So they are a challenge, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Pat, have him run this for a little bit on the AFM, see how bad my holes stack together. So let's check that out. Let's start with like 10 seconds this time.
Okay.
They grew pretty quick. If this works with only 10 seconds of run time and the holes aren't stacking together, or we'll see what we see. But if I get him to move that wire diameter down by 3/10 of a thou, I'm gonna gain a little bit between all those holes, and then I can ask Pat to run them even harder on the AFM. My quantity is gonna be better with a stronger AFM'd hole than a bigger hole with less AFM, because that K factor is really, really important. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Such a nice round hole. I give it 1 click and it drops all the dots. So we're at 13 thou 6/10. God, it looks so good. Come on, Libs, come on. It looks really, really, really good. I mean, it's pretty okay.
And I moved some stuff a little bit too, but I got a smaller one getting ready to go.
Took you all morning, so I'm proud of you.
Started at about 6.
I got here at 6:10, he was already on it. So he had run this 1100 PSI for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
There's that one back. That's at 70 liters a minute. So that's obviously really steep. And then during the next angle, since it's elliptical, that will not maintain the same angle. That's gonna drop down and drop down and drop down. When you have the injector on the exhaust side of the piston, it's gotta be aimed at that piston bowl. And since I've never opened up a John Deere motor like this, I can't predict what, if I alter this at all, I don't know what I'd be changing. I don't know how much room there is for error in the piston. So to be safe, we're just gonna copy their exact angles and their exact program. So, you know, if somebody wanted us to manufacture these things stock, you know, if the OEM decides they're not going to make these nozzles, we would actually have this program now, and we could make 7x10s just like they had with no AFM, and we'd be able to make stock parts now. And the reason we're doing this is Kevin at Northeast, he has a customer that's putting this John Deere motor in a pickup truck with 12.5mm plungers, and he's using like an RSQ V like governor section. So it's going to be kind of like driving a Dodge pickup truck, just with a lot bigger motor. You're getting good, buddy. This is a hard one for only 3.5, 4 hours.
Easily the most extreme elliptical I've ever seen.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
You're 50 something on the steep side and 95 on the flat. That's a big deal.
It's a big swing. Earlier today, we had another customer send in some injectors for a 2-valve mechanical, 4-valve mechanical, and the people that made his injectors, they were like it's in my phone. I'll have Morgan insert this, but basically you can see that there's one hole that looks pretty good. We'll give them 2 holes out of the 5, but 2 holes out of the 5, there's on the inside of it, there's actually 2 feed ports charging the outside face of the hole, and that's not good. So yeah, we'll get some pointers on that so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Can I have it?
Yep. That's pretty much money.
That looks really, really, really good. So we went from 11 thou 5/10, 11.5 thou wire to 11 thou 2/10. Just changing a little bit of wire diameter like that gave me a lot more distance between the holes. So now we're going to be able to run this on the AFM even harder and do better with it. So that's exciting. 13 seconds. Thank you. Part-time injector guy gets to play full-time contractor and try and get all the different trades guys to show up and do their jobs and get the other building ready, which I'm growing a little nervous. Okay, so we had a perfect 13.5 thou hole, 13.6 before. But he just AFM'd it for about 30% more run time than the first nozzle. We're down 0.3 on the hole diameter, but with a little bit more AFMing, the K factor should be even better. So let's go look. Looks so good. We got just enough room between all the holes to call it good. Run it, Brian, run it. Nice work, dude. Morgan and I just got back from the other shop, so back to being an injector guy for a few minutes. I know that the EDM work got done, and I know that Brian's happy with that, so that's cool. So we will go down and see if the nozzles are finished off the AFM table, and if they are, then we have a full set of nozzles going out for a 12.5mm automotive governor John Deere engine in a street application. I'll never say that again. Like, I'll never say that again in my life. But it's cool. Those nozzles done that the John Deere's?
Yeah, these are the John Deere's.
Cool. We're still in good shape because now we've got at least a full set of injectors to take care of our customer. So, not that I suspect that's going to happen. AFM's pretty, I don't want to jinx myself. AFM's pretty repeatable, but he'll get them washed out, douched. I'll take some pictures. Yeah, buddy. Where's our torch? We're going to pop test it per se. The irony to this is, like, Morgan's father is a firefighter. So the camera girl's dad's a firefighter. He's a really good buddy of mine. And we're about to possibly start a fire. I mean, I feel safe. Hunter said it's safe, so we're good. God damn. That's a lot of fuel. It's getting hot. That just makes me happy. It's really warm in here all of a sudden, though.
It is.
That's a lot of fuel.
It is.
So that's, like I said, that's our VP44 recipe. Johnny from Stainless, that was for you. So we basically got to take this, put them in a box. Johnny's going to get these on the street, start testing them out. This could be, I mean, it's a pretty unique piece, but a super cool piece at the same rate. So, Johnny, these will head out the door for you today, and it's 11 o'clock. It's been a long morning already, but all right, gotta go. Thanks, bye.